What's going on, friends? Ginger Z here, and I am just gonna do a quick comment so we can get everything going because we got a big one. You're gonna want to stick around for this one. I'm gonna be joined by John Legend, who is singing for us tomorrow on the program, part of our summer concert series. Let me get rid of this so we can get him up. This is exciting because we get to do a lot of talking, but not always with John Legend. I obviously adore his music, as do so many of you, and so we're going to get a little chat in here, see how he's doing, see how the family's doing, also talk about what's coming up. That includes a Father's Day special on ABC. So when John Legend pops up here, it's funny always looking for, let me just see if I can add John Legend to my live. When he does come up, we're not only going to talk about Father's Day, but his album, Bigger Love, 7th album. This is pretty good. If you haven't heard the song, you have to. The title track, Bigger Love. But, this is such a fun part of our show that we get to have more than one song. And so it will be not just Bigger Love, but Never Break is the other one that he's going to be performing for us. Not performing today, just talking to us. So as soon as John's on, we will get to chatting away about what he's been doing, what he's been up to. I feel like I have a lot of questions. I could probably keep him for far too long. But it's going to be nice to be able to have that one-on-one because I feel like that's just one of those families we all have a chance to get to know through social media. They're relatively open and wonderful, but it's like you want to know more because they're so sweet and they're so great. And they seemingly, for me, I've got a 2-year-old named Miles, so I know we've got that at least in common. Not a whole lot. I don't have an EGOT. Nope, just checked. I definitely do not have that, nor do I have 11 Grammys. But as soon as he comes in, I'm still looking for him. So maybe I'll check in with Caterina to see if he's around. Glad you guys are staying with me, though, because it's going to be worth it. John Legend is a legend. Agreed. I'm seeing your comments down there. And, of course, there's that question button that y'all can always use. I don't know if we'll even be able to get to it right now. But let's see. John Legend, paging John Legend. We have John Legend. A lot of y'all are offering yourselves for a talk. I think I'd get in trouble if we were going to do that. It sounds like he's having a little issue, but don't worry about it. John Legend will be joining us right here on this IG Live, and so we'll be able to have some question and answer time and talk about Bigger Love. I saw some fun videos. I've seen the healthcare workers doing the Bigger Love, the challenge of dancing to it. And I want to ask them a lot of questions, but now if you guys have some you want me to read through the comments and you want me to include yours, please do. Might as well get some more of because I'm sure a lot of you are big John Legend fans, and this is your moment. All right. He's here, and he's coming in right now. It's connecting. We are waiting. There he is.
Hello.
Hi, John.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's extra good morning early for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 7:11 here in Los Angeles.
7-Eleven. Speaking of 11-time Grammy winner, see how that worked?
Yeah.
EGOT with us, waking up, and going to do it again tomorrow to perform for our summer concert series. So we are elated to have you here on IG Live. Thank you for joining us.
I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited that we're going to do this summer concert series again. And I'm so excited we got to perform some new songs from the new album, Bigger Love.
Yeah, Bigger Love. So we're going to hear the title track tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And that's the one that, yeah. And then also Never Break is the other one.
Yeah, both of the songs are about how love can help us through tough times and make us more resilient. And I think both of the songs are good for this moment because, the world has been through a lot lately with the pandemic. The nation's been through a lot lately. With the protests and the killing of George Floyd and so many others. And I think this music can be uplifting and inspiring and hopefully give us some hope. So I'm excited to perform those songs.
As we're looking forward to hearing them. I know that having your 7th album debut in a time like this, it's very different. It's unique than any of your other albums for that reason. Because of a global pandemic, because of a really important movement happening with Black Lives Matter. And how much of your album was written already and how much happened in the last 4 months?
All of it was written before. So the last song that made the album was written in February. The COVID-19 virus had, been discussed, very little by the time I had finished writing. We hadn't gone on lockdown until mid-March, mostly around the country. And so during that lockdown time, we were just trying to finish up the tracks we'd already recorded. So we did things like string arrangements, horn arrangements, and a couple of the featured guests hadn't given us their vocals yet. So those were the only things that were added post lockdown. And then we mixed it and mastered it, and here it is. It's ready to go.
It's ready. We can't wait to hear more of the songs because, of course, they're not all through yet. But I liked this. Someone said, his music is soulful, it's joyful, it's loving. Are those the words that you go into writing with? Do you put like an intention on a song before you write it, or does it come to you first and then that's just what happens?
Well, when I start an album, I don't really know what it's going to sound like, but that's what it started feeling like very early on, and it felt like that was the pocket I wanted to be in during this time when I was making the album. Most of it happened in 2019, early 2020, and that's just how I was feeling when I was making it. And once you start to get in that vibe, you kind of want to keep it going and keep the momentum going, keep that spirit going in the music. And so that's how this album evolved. And other albums I've made have been kind of more of a mix between, my last album was even called Darkness and Light, and kind of had both of those vibes to it. But this album, though there is some nostalgia, there is some music about, missing someone or sadness or longing. A lot of the songs are about joy and love and hope and resilience, and that was the overall vibe I was feeling while I was creating it.
And boy, does it work. And I think it really will help. This time, because I have a 2-year-old named Miles too, I was saying, so we have a connection there, and I have a 4-year-old, so I've got the young kids at home, and I feel like for all of us, and me, not even close to your level, but there are moments within this time that are just unbelievably positive too, right? Where we have these times with our family. How are all of you doing? And Chrissy and Luna, and how's everybody?
Everybody's doing well. We're the kids, I think, are happiest because they get to hang out with us, and that's pretty much all they want to do anyway. We're not leaving for work. We're not, they don't have to go to school. They're pretty much in heaven right now. And my wife, Chrissy, she's so good at entertaining them and coming up with fun things for them to do. Yeah. She's always on her laptop finding something to order by mail, make their lives more entertaining. And she's so good at that. And together, I think we're having a lot of fun. Just watching them grow, helping them grow into, hopefully some good kids that'll add something good to the world. And, we're just really, I think, we're strengthened by this moment of being together and spending a lot of time together.
Because when else would we ever have been able to have that
exactly.
time? I keep remembering that. Anything that seems off, or I keep going back to it. And I imagine that has to do a lot with maybe what you might write in the future. Could that inspire something going forward?
Yeah, I'm these albums, they kind of have a lag time because you spend all this time writing and then do a lot of work to get the records right. So the next time I put music out could be, a year or two from now. So who knows what shape that will take and what that'll be inspired by, but we'll see. Now,
we can't, I know that your fans, it's such a different time because you can't have the performances like you necessarily would have. How or what message would you like to give to your fans that you would have been able to give in a concert setting or something like that?
Well, first, I miss you guys, because it is something special about performing in front of an audience, and the fact that we can't do that right now, it's hard for everybody. But I'm just glad we've been able to stay in touch over these kinds of things like Instagram Live. We started with the Together at Home thing way back at the beginning of the lockdown period. And we've been staying in touch with our fans this whole time. And, hopefully everyone's showing love to one another, being safe, and we can get through this crisis and hopefully come out even stronger and better than we were before.
One thing that I noticed that I really enjoy about what you've done and how you've made the world a better place beyond your music is mentorship. Can you tell me about how important that is? And if if you were talking to someone who is not yet your mentee, but you were to have their ear, what would you say?
Well, of course, I get to be a coach on another network,
Yeah.
and it's something I really love to do. I love to work with other singers. I love to give them advice and help them figure out how to have their voices heard, how to develop their voice. But I also was the beneficiary of mentors as well,
Hmm.
whether Kanye or Stevie Wonder or Quincy Jones or
Just a few.
um,
Pretty good. That's good.
or people like my grandmother when I was a kid, who was our church organist. There have been people in my life who took me under their wing and helped me become the artist I am today, and I think we all need that.
Yeah.
And hopefully, after we've gotten that, we're able to pay it forward and help other people as well.
So I'll finish up with the big one, and that is Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to the special that will air on ABC this Sunday, and it's gonna tell us a little bit about what are we gonna get to see your family, more families? I saw Scottie Pippen's coming in somehow.
We have an all-star gathering of celebrity dads, people like Anthony Anderson, Common, Scottie Pippen, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Patton Oswalt, Jim Gaffigan, Ike Barinholtz, Ahmad Rashad. So we have sketches, like comedy bits. We have lots of music from the new album. I do a couple covers as well. And you'll, of course, see my family, Chrissy and the kids.
Mhm.
So it really is a celebration of fathers, lots of silly dad jokes, and really, we just had a lot of fun, and we wanted to spread some love and some joy on Father's Day. And hopefully America will feel the love and enjoy the special.
What should I get my husband for Father's Day? It's my final question.
We make a lot of jokes about how no one even remembers Father's Day, so
Just remember it.
The act of remembering is definitely a start.
Okay. Well, good. I got that done. And thank you for that. You know what I'll say? Not only did I remember, but we're going to sit down and watch the John Legend special on Father's
I'm
Day.
so excited. I really
Bigger
think you're
love.
gonna love it. I've been working on the edit the past couple of days, and I think people are gonna just enjoy it. It's fun. It's silly sometimes, and sometimes you'll cry too. We have some real tearjerker moments in the special as well. When I talk to my dad, when you see some of the footage that we have, it's just it's gonna give you all the emotions.
Good. Thank you so much, John. Love your shirt,
Thank
by the way.
you.
Maybe that's something I need
Thank
to look
you.
up for my hubby. All right. Thank you. Enjoy. We'll see you Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Good Morning
Yes,
America.
absolutely. Take care.
Take care, you too.
Bye bye.